In this video, I want to talk about the differences between living in the end of the wish fulfilled and acting as if. Explain to you what works, what doesn't, so that you don't waste time doing things that aren't going to do anything for your manifestation. I'm going to explain what works and why it works so that you know why you're doing what you're doing. And in doing so, I am also automatically going to answer a lot of questions about how to deal with the 3D while you're manifesting, because no matter what you are manifesting, your 3D is different from that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be consciously manifesting something else. So this video is going to be practical and answer a lot of questions about where to put your focus and what to do with your 3D while you're manifesting. With that said, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna and I'm a manifestation coach. On this channel, I teach the law of assumption as taught by Neville Goddard, while also keeping it simple and practical so that you can take it and apply it to your own manifestations right away. So if that's what you were looking for, you are definitely in the right place. So please subscribe and stay for more. And if you happen to need any additional help with your manifestations, I do offer one-on-one coaching. The link is in the description box below. So let's start simply with what works, what doesn't. We know that manifestation is imagination pushed out. So living in the end of the wish fulfilled, as we know from Neville Goddard, it's his term that we're using, means living in the end of your wish fulfilled in your mind. Where people go wrong with this is they start mixing pure creation with our human way of doing things, which is the way we lived before we knew that we were manifesting. So you start doing stuff in the 3D, you start manipulating the 3D, as Neville Goddard calls it, and most of the time people do this because they lack belief in their own creative power. So when you notice that you are doing stuff in the 3D in order to help your manifestation, you need to stop, because that comes from lack, that comes from knowing that it's not happening yet, and it might not happen only through your imagination, which is an assumption that you want to change. And go back to your imagination. State that you are the one manifesting your reality through your imagination, and also start living in the end, which in practical terms is simply doing your techniques. When you are affirming in present tense, I am, I do, I have, etc., this is a form of living in the end, because it is in your mind, it's your thoughts, and when focused enough on it, it's going to sink into your subconscious, and your subconscious has to push it out because it's law, it's inevitable. This is something that you need to remember. It's inevitable. Once it gets into your subconscious, it has to be pushed out, even though you can't possibly see how it can happen. Your subconscious knows. Now, the other term I used in the beginning of the video is acting as if. And this is what isn't manifestation, actually. Acting as if in your physical reality, as if your manifestation has happened, is not going to help you, because it may even backfire. Because, for example, if you're manifesting a relationship with your SP and you're currently in no contact and you're not living together, it's going to become very challenging to act as if. And that is where people make up stuff like, I don't know, cooking for two, only sleeping on one side of the bed. And this is stuff that I genuinely thought that we were over, but it keeps coming up from different people I interact with. And whatever you do in the 3D, or I have even heard from someone, one of you guys actually asked me if you are manifesting an SP and you're going on a vacation, should you book for two? You should not. Like, these are not things that are going to help your manifestation at all. No matter what you do in the physical, your assumption is going to manifest regardless. So if you want an actual tangible result, that needs to come from your intangible imagination. You need to create the assumption. And this is why those relationship talks and stuff like that don't work. They may temporarily, but eventually your assumptions, your belief system is going to kick in and manifest anyway. So if you want lasting results, you need to go with living in the end of the wish fulfilled in your imagination. Now, I mentioned affirmations, but your mind is imagining from all senses every day. Try to pay attention when you are not specifically affirming. What is your mind imagining? Chances are you are daydreaming. Chances are you are imagining something. And it can be visual, but not necessarily. It can be in form of inner conversations. It can be in form of smell, taste, whatever, depending on what you are manifesting. So where your mind is, that is the state you are living in the end from. And that is eventually what is going to manifest regardless of what you're doing in the physical. So in the physical, you don't have to pretend like you are the person that you need to be. Like, for example, these things, I believe they create more problems than solutions, because let's say you are at your work and you are probably manifesting becoming the CEO of that company. How on the earth are you going to pretend in the physical that you are the CEO of that company? Like that, you see that it doesn't always work. Now, unless whatever you are doing physically is putting you in the state of the wish fulfilled, that's difficult, because then again, it's your mental state that is changing. That is what is going to manifest eventually. But there's no need for that. You can be however you want to be in your physical and be completely different in your mind. It's like living two different realities at the same time, but whatever your focus is on, that is what is eventually going to manifest. So, therefore, pay attention. A lot of times people are imagining their current circumstances more than they are imagining their wish fulfilled. And not a single one of you are doing this or is doing this on purpose. We're not doing this on purpose. It's just a habit. You just need to pay attention. So when you are, when you don't know what to do with your current life while you're manifesting something different, live normally. Don't worry about anything. For example, if you're manifesting a new house, bigger house, better house, your current house still needs to be cleaned. Your bills still need to be paid. You still need to live and sleep in that house. So you still need to live your life. That has nothing to do with your manifestation. What has to do in your manifestation is, for example, if in your mind you imagine being in that other house. So I really hope this clarified. It absolutely doesn't matter at all what you are doing in the physical. You could literally, in your physical reality, tell your SP, for example, if their current presence in your 3D is not letting you focus properly on your wish fulfilled. You could tell them that you don't want to have anything to do with them anymore. You don't want to talk. ask them to leave you alone and still manifest them and still manifest marrying them. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say, you don't have to do these things. You can be in the presence of anything and focus on something else in your mind. That is perfectly possible. But if it becomes challenging, it does not matter what you do in the 3D. And this also for all those of you who are worried that you had a horrible argument with your SP, that you think you ruined everything is now a mess. How am I going to manifest it? That is the 3D stuff that has nothing to do with what you can manifest if you focus on it. If you do your techniques, if you do the things properly. And that is why I am here, and I have many videos that explain to you how the mind works, how imagination works, how the 3D has nothing to do with your manifestations. So don't worry about pretending that you are someone else in the 3D, acting as if. That, throw it out. What you need to do and what you need to pay attention to is your imagination, is living in the end of the wish fulfilled from your own mind. It's in your imagination. No one knows you're doing it. No one has to know. You can imagine whatever you want and get results regardless of your circumstances. When you hear the term circumstances don't matter, this is what it means, because regardless of both current circumstances and regardless of what you yourself do in the 3D, none of it matters. What matters is what your focus is on constantly, what you get into your subconscious mind. Once it's in the subconscious, it has to manifest. And it's whether you believe it or not, because your current programming of your subconscious mind is manifesting. It's right in front of you. Whatever you are experiencing is a result of your imagination and your belief system. So your only work is with your own mind and nothing in the 3D at all. You live your life normally, but focus on your wish fulfilled. I really hope that this clarified a few things for you. So it's not acting as if, that is theater. I don't know. It's living in the end of the wish fulfilled. It's in your mind, and it's the non-physical part of you that manifests your physical experiences. That is all there is to it, and I know it can be very challenging. I'm very aware that it can be very challenging, but you can do it. You can definitely do it. And if you need any additional help with your manifestations, I do offer one-on-one coaching. The link is in the description box below, and see you in the next video.